This video is about how to get everyone to say yes. How to get people to say yes to you. I wrote down my notes, as you can see right here. I don't know if you can or not. So I will teach you 4 techniques to get people to say yes to you, right? And pay attention to me, everyone, because if you do not pay attention, even though there's a dog barking, my neighbor's dog is barking all the time, I want you to pay attention, because if you do not pay close attention to those techniques, those 4 techniques that I'm about to teach you, you will not reap the benefits out of this. And you know, the fact that I actually went through my studies and wrote it down, and I'm here, you know, even though there's dogs barking and there's a lot of things that I have to do and there's outside distractions, I'm making this available to you. You know, I'm taking the effort of recording myself and, you know, putting it onto you. The fact that I have it on Spanish because I've done these lectures on Spanish, but the fact that I have to translate it into English, you know, it's a little bit the extra effort. So pay attention to this, otherwise the work is not going to be of any use. It's going to be, you know, there's no point. It's going to be pointless if you do not pay attention to this, because this is for you guys. Now, this is very important, right? This is the 4 huge, super important techniques that will allow you to get yes from anybody. In all different situations, you will get to say, you know, when you learn these techniques, you will get to say it in a way, you know, through your verbal and non-verbal communication, that everyone absolutely will be astonished and will have no option but to say yes. So this is super important. This is one of the most important techniques that I can ever possibly give to you. So, and you know, I know that, again, this is for the power finish, because I know that even though I may do it for free for my YouTube channel, I first wanted to give it to you guys because you are inside, you're my close students, and I admire you, because you know, the fact that you are here makes you very important to me, and you are very smart people, very smart people. You are top of the top. You are, you know, the cream of the cream, as you say it, and people with your high level of understanding can truly acknowledge and truly absorb this information that I'm about to give you, and, you know, use it for your own benefit to become eventually the best version of yourself and become more successful. All right, so let's get started. Yes? All right, if you said yes, this is because I've been applying to you the techniques that I'm about to show you, the 4 techniques that I'm about to show you. You just witnessed a way of applying everything that I'm about to teach you to get people to say yes to you. Not only through, of course, before I get into the technical aspects of this, not only through your image, your physical image, you know, that also plays a huge part and a huge role, because if somebody doesn't like you, chances are that they are not gonna be open to say yes to you, or to, you know, even hear what you have to say, because if they don't like you, if you smell bad, if you look like shit, then chances are they will not be able to, you know, they're not going to be willing to even pay attention to you. So the first thing, of course, to have somebody to say yes to you is going to be to take care of yourself, nurture yourself, and project yourself in a way that, you know, makes you look like somebody that is taking care of himself or herself. So pay attention to your clothes, of course, to your breath, to your movements, and all of that. With that, I'm going to get into the verbal techniques, the 4 verbal techniques of how to get a yes, Y-E-S, out of anybody. I got my notes over here. So, you know, people, 99% of the population, or I would even venture to say 100% of human beings, because this is part of who we are very, I forgot the word, in Spanish you call it chantajistas, but in English it's like, we're always trying to convince others, you know, like we're always trying to get what we want. We are always trying to get our way, whether it's for positive things, you know, for positive reasons or negative reasons, but we're always trying to get what we want. And so with that, these techniques that I'm about to show you are also going to allow you to defend yourself when you catch somebody else applying these 4 techniques onto you, or any the 4 of them, or any of them. You will be able to defend yourself. You know, you will be able to catch them before they do it, and then you make a conscious choice to whether to say yes or not. You're not going to say yes simply because they're manipulating you or because they are applying some techniques on you. You will be able to truly learn and read the other person's entire communication, so that from there you make a conscious decision whether you want to say yes or no, because this is an art form. And probably I will do a video on for you guys also, or for my free YouTube channel and Facebook, talking about the art of saying no, because it is an art form. With that, let's get right into the techniques. The first technique is exaggerating. You must exaggerate whatever it is that you are, the subject that you're trying to get a yes out of, you know. You just witness it. As I started this video, I said, this is the super important subject. This is one of the most important subjects that you're ever going to learn. Now, you may say, is it? Is it though? Is it really the most important thing that I'm ever going to learn in my entire life? I'm exaggerating, all right? And you see this all the time. When somebody wants to get a yes out of you, when somebody wants to persuade you, they will exaggerate it. Now, you see it with some people, you know, when they sell their products, they're like, this is the best seminar ever. This is the best product that I've ever done. You know, it is going to completely blow your entire mind. It's going to put you, you know, upside down. You're never going to be the same way again, you know, your entire life will change. And you may ask yourself, like, is it really going to change? I mean, just because I'm buying a product, or just because I'm listening to you, or just because you want me to do a favor, you know, like, please, I need this because, you know, if this is the most important thing in my life, you know, I've been planning for doing this trip, and, you know, I don't have the money, but, you know, I'm asking you a favor, you know, this is the most important trip that I've ever done in my entire life. You know, if you know, I've been saving it for this trip. So you know, I'm exaggerating, right? You exaggerate things. You must exaggerate it. So you first make it bigger than it is. You know, whatever subject it is, you make it bigger than it is, and then you ask what you want. All right? You first exaggerate it, and then you ask for what you want. Okay? So meaning. I don't know, man. I can picture a teenager asking for permission to go into a party. Dad, please, this is the single most important party in the entire year, you know. There's gonna be my friends there, I'm trying to get into a new girlfriend, you know, and she's gonna be there, you know. This is the most important thing, please, can you help me? And you know, you exaggerate and then you ask. You see, I'm giving you examples of this. Then the second technique is playing the guilt. Playing guilt, you know, you play with the guilt. You transform it. For some reason, you flip the script onto them, into the person that you're trying to get a yes from. You play a little bit of the guilt. This is manipulation, but remember, I'm just giving you the tools. I'm just giving you the weapon. However you want to choose to use it, that's entirely up to you. I'm not going to talk about morals. So you play with the guilt, right? This is you make them feel bad if they do not comply in what you want, or you make them believe that something will happen to you, something negative will happen to you if they do not comply. If they do not say yes unto you, something negative will happen, right? So let's say, for example, I don't have the money to go to my event, right, on November 11. I want to ask you some sort of favor, to all of you, each and every one of you guys. So I'm going to exaggerate, right? Like this, I've been saving it, you know, because it's actually, you know, on it's the weekend of my birthday. You know, I'm going to be 29. I never thought that I was going to get 29 and be able to do a seminar. So, you know, I've been investing in it all a lot. I've been investing my entire life. I've been investing into this brand, and if I do not make it, you know, I think that, I don't know, man, I'm gonna get into some sort of depression because I'm not gonna be able to make it. And I've already made my arrangements, you know, I've already done the, I've already spoken with people, and if I don't make it there, man, not only you're gonna, guys, if I don't make it into the becoming a brand event, you're gonna miss out on a lot. You're not gonna learn how to become a brand. And, you see what I'm doing? You play the guilt. Whether it is that you make them feel bad for them, like they're gonna miss something if they don't say yes. Like, oh, if you don't say yes, well, I would say yes if I were you, because if you don't say yes to what I'm asking you, that you're gonna miss out on something. Or depending on how you want to play it, you say that something is something negative. You kind of make a hint. You don't have to say it like literally that, oh man, I'm gonna die. Literally, I'm gonna die. Because again, it plays with the first one, exaggerating. But you say to them that something negative. You make them believe that something negative will happen to you. All right. That's the second. The third technique to get a yes out of people is flattery. Flattery will get you anywhere, right? And everywhere. If you go into how I started this video, I started complimenting you guys for being in the power of image. I started complimenting you that you are important to me. You are the cream of the cream. You are super intelligent because you are the very few people that actually get it. And can truly absorb this information. And I was flattering you, I was making you feel comfortable and making you feel like good about yourself, so then I can ask my request. I can sneakily putting my request in there. So every time somebody says like, oh, you are the perfect person, I see you doing a lot of things with graphic design. You are the fucking master of graphic design. Man, I see your posts. I love them. I'm completely astonished. So I was gonna ask you that can you help me? I have this new product that I wanna put out there, but I don't have a graphic designer. So seeing you that you are a master at it, and I love all the work that you've done. I love it. It's beautifully done. I truly admire you. So could you help me? You see, something similar to that. You make them feel good about themselves, so then you can send your request. It's like giving caramels to their ego, and everyone loves their ego, whether you want to admit it or not. Each and every one of us love our ego. Now, we must learn how to balance it, because ego, I've done one of the past lectures in the power of image. I talked about the importance of ego, the positive way of handling ego, and there's also the negative way. People always tell you that it's something negative, and it's not that so. It is not so. Ego, it's not necessarily something negative, but you must learn how to handle it. So in this reality, in this realm, we all love somebody that flattered us, whether you are super enlightened or not. If you give little caramels, and they must be true, if you're just lying, if you're just giving flattery just because you want to lie, then people are not that stupid, and they will catch you, and then they will fucking simply tell you to get away from them, because they will catch you that you're lying. So it must come from honesty. You see, you have to say it if you truly believe it, and then you give them little caramels to their ego, and they're gonna be like, oh man, thank you. And then it's not that necessarily they're gonna say yes, but they're gonna be more open to whatever it is that you're asking from them. All right. And then the fourth one, the last technique to get anybody to say yes to you is playing the victim. You may say, if you may say so. Yeah, it's playing the victim, meaning maybe this has to do a little bit with guilt, but I would say that playing the victim plays more into becoming vulnerable. You see, you show them your vulnerability, and they will feel more connected to you, and they will try to help you. People always want to help somebody that feels, if you truly ask them and you show them your weaknesses in quotes or your vulnerability, people wanna, they're empathic. Most of people are empathic, so they will try to help you. They'll be like, oh man, I feel you, like, yes. So for example, the way that I applied this when I started this video, I was saying that to you that You know, even though there's distractions, there's people there's a construction site right next to me, there's dogs barking, you know, my neighbor's dog is always barking, the lighting is not perfect, you know, my English is not perfect, you know, I have my notes here that I had to restudy them in Spanish because I've done my seminars in Spanish. Even though there's a lot of cons, you know, I'm putting myself out there and I'm recording myself, and I wanted to do it, you know, this is for you, and if you do not pay attention to it, then it is all pointless. There's no worth, you know, there's no point in me doing this if you do not pay attention to me. You see, that's playing the victim, like, oh my God, you know, please guys, listen to me, you know, I've put in so much work into this, into, you know, making this video for you guys, for the benefit of you, so if you don't listen to it, you know, there's a lot of things playing in that it's not only me, you know, it's my company style system, so if you don't pay attention to me, it's so worthless, it's so, you know, pointless. I'm playing the fucking victim, even though it's not true. I'm exaggerating it, and I'm playing the fucking victim. This is what kids do a lot, right? They play the victim to get the candy or the ice cream that they want. So these techniques actually, you know, the kids use it almost to a perfection. They're very good at getting yes and getting, you know, at persuading others and persuading their parents and their teachers, the figures of authority. They're always watching, and they know what, how can you call it, what buttons to push. So when you play the victim, you're showing them that, you know, like, oh man, you know, it's just that I thought that I was gonna have the money to go into my event, but, you know, for some reason my mom got sick, and, you know, and then I had to, you know, my girlfriend had a problem, and, you know, I had to spend more money than I thought that I would. So, you know, now I'm not gonna be able to go into the event. You see, even though, you know, it has to come from a place of truth. That's my advice, because I'm a genuinely ethical person, right? If you are a piece of shit and you wanna lie, well, that's entirely up to you, and I suggest that you don't follow me if you are that type of person. But you see, if it comes from a place of truth, you exaggerate it, and then you play the victim, then you show them a part of you, like, oh, they're like, oh man, I feel bad, and, you know, I wanna, that's my cat, by the way, you know, please help me. And when you genuinely say that, people will actually help you. Will be surprised how many people are willing to help you, right? So those are the 4 techniques of getting somebody to say yes to you. Hopefully you will apply them. If you have questions, send them to me.